welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. And oh my goodness, it happened. It finally happened. After years of wanting it to happen, it finally happened. Yes. This episode we're going to talk about the return of AJ Lee. Oh my goodness, so happy. I have been waiting for her to come back. Now, I have not been in the best of moods of this year, and it so much so that I just didn't even feel like making videos anymore. I just wanted to just keep to myself. I still feel this way. I'm still going through a lot, and then everything else I'm just feeling really sad and just angry about a lot of things and everything else. However, when I saw that AJ Lee had returned on SmackDown last night, I had to make a video because I have been wanting her back since 2018. I have not been making videos since 2018, but 2018 was the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, and I have been wanting her back in a Rumble for a while. So just to have her back, because you used to bring back the old, I'm not calling her old, but like the previous wrestlers back in the day, so at Royal Rumble. So whenever there was a Royal Rumble or a Battle Royal, they can bring previous female wrestlers from back in the day. I always like, oh my gosh, I hope AJ Lee's there. I hope AJ Lee's there. Like, even if I can get her for one night, I'd be happy just to see her wrestle and everything else. Don't need to see her win or anything. I just wanted to see her. I've been wanting this since then. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then when CM Punk came back, I was like, oh, come on. For sure she has to come back, right? For sure she has to come back. And then she, when CM Punk was asked, hey, is AJ Lee coming back? And basically gave the same answers every time. She's like, I was like, I would love her to come back, but that's all up to her and everything else. And I'm just like, and it seems as though that it may not have happened, because she seemed like she was pretty happy doing what she was doing outside of the wrestling world. But last night, oh my god, she showed up. They were in Chicago and she showed up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So for those of you who may not know, why is she here? So there was a Clash of the Castle. I didn't cover it because I'm going through my depression stage, I guess you could say. Clash of the Castle, there was a fatal 4-way, so there's no disqualifications. Just keep that in mind. But there's a fatal 4-way for the heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins had defended his title against CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. So towards the end of the match, Jey Uso's out. LA Knight is out. They're outside the ring. They both got stomped. And it was only CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Basically, CM Punk had given Seth Rollins a GTS, and it was about to give him another one. And you see a person come in from behind him, gives him a low blow, wearing a hoodie, and they reveal themselves as Becky Lynch. So it's Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is now part of Seth Rollins' faction division. So she fucking elbows him. Fucking Seth Rollins gives him a stomp and pretty much, pins CM Punk. Which a lot of people thought that LA Knight or Jey Uso was gonna eat the pin, and I was like thinking to myself, like, nah, it's gonna be CM Punk for sure. It has to be, right? Because they want to keep this feud going. It has to be CM Punk. Anyways, this was on Sunday. So then September 1st, on Monday, they had a segment with Becky Lynch and CM Punk, right? And basically CM Punk is like, I don't have a problem with you, you know, I have a problem with your husband. Where's your husband? Bring your husband back here and stuff like that. And basically Becky Lynch just tore like CM Punk a new asshole. Like she went toe to toe, promo for promo. Like this was a good promo. I'm not gonna go into too deep into it, but it was a great promo. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's fucking fantastic. Anyways, she ends up slapping CM Punk. Like Lord is slapping. She fucking slaps him a couple of times. Slaps him, punches him, nudges her head into his chest. Not in like in a romantic way. Kind of just like I don't know what. I don't even know what the fuck she was doing. Like I really don't. This looked like a bull trying to like ram in someone's like I don't know, like a goat or something trying to ram into their chest or something like that, or anything else like that. I don't know. She was like nudging him and everything, basically telling him he's pathetic and everything else like that. And at the end of that segment though, he was like, your husband's gonna be sorry for cashing in on me, and you're gonna be sorry that you ever put your hands on me. By the way, the audience, or whenever they see Becky Lynch, they were chanting AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee, right? So that was the end of that segment. So let's go to, and then CM Punk runs into Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is the manager for Raw, and he's like, yo, Adam, where's the SmackDown going to be this Friday? And Adam Pearce is like, in Chicago, home sweet home. And he's like, CM Punk's like, tremendous. And Adam Pearce is like, why? So let's fast forward to SmackDown. We get to SmackDown, and it's towards the end of the segment. This is the only reason why I was fucking watching SmackDown, because SmackDown, other than the beginning part of SmackDown where John Cena and Sami Zayn, which they were booing Sami Zayn. I don't know why they're booing Sami Zayn. Something about like politics. I don't know. You know what, I'm not even gonna say. Doesn't matter. But they had that cool segment with John Cena and Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar in the beginning. That was pretty cool. But let's get to the main reason why we're here. Let's go fast forward to when AJ Lee comes in. So we had Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was in like a skybox or whatever, and he's like, you know, pay attention to your heavyweight champion or some shit like that, and all this other stuff to the audience. And he's like, he introduces Becky Lynch as the best female wrestler in the world and the hottest female wrestler in the world, and some shit like that. Becky Lynch comes out, and Becky Lynch, let me just say, I love Becky Lynch's heel work this year. Like Becky Lynch is probably doing her best work she has ever done. You know, you can totally tell she's finally getting into her all, and she's finally fucking reached peak. But yeah, her heel work is great. She's like healing it up. She was naming all the Chicago, except for the Bears. She did not mention the Bears, but every Chicago like sports team suck. The Cubs suck. The Hawks suck. The Bulls suck. She said the fans in Chicago suck. CM Punk sucks. Then here, of course, you say CM Punk's name. Here he comes. CM Punk comes in, and the audience, you know, they react like they always react with CM Punk in his hometown. Nothing but love. They're singing his song, you know, and everything else. And he comes into the ring, and he's like Becky Lynch. He goes, I don't have a problem with you. I want to see your coward of a husband. That's what I want to see. You know, but he hides behind Paul Heyman. He hides behind the Bronze. And now he's hiding behind his wife. He said the same thing on Monday, by the way. And, you know, Becky Lynch is like, how's your face? How's your pride? How's this? And again, every time Becky Lynch is there, the audience is shouting AJ Lee. And she told the audience, shut up. And Punk was like, don't tell them to shut up. They want to chant AJ Lee. They can chant AJ Lee. This is Chicago. You know? Right? Do you know how much like pull I have here and everything else? If I want to, I can just snap my fingers, and my two sisters over here in the front row will jump over that barricade and kick your ass. And Becky Lynch was like, bring him on, let's go, right? She's all like, come on, let's go. To the sisters and everything else, because the sisters are like woken up and everything else, like, let's go. Hey, well, don't you think that I can, like, and CM Punk was like, don't you think I can get Bailey to come kick your ass? And then Becky Lynch was like, I already kicked her ass. Like I already took care of her, like, whatever. And then CM Punk's like, don't you think I can call up and get a phone call and call in the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, right? And Becky's like, yeah, well, you know what I think? And she ends up slapping Punk again, like she did. Start slapping him back and forth, like just kept slapping him, like slaps punches in him, and does that nudge, the head nudging thing into his chest, and let's go. And like, oh, you're pathetic, let's go. Like, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing, you ain't got nobody, you ain't gonna do nothing. And ends up just doing that, and CM Punk ends up walking out the ring, right? And you know, Becky Lynch was like, yeah, leave, you're a pathetic excuse for a city here in Chicago, which is not saying much and everything else like that. She's fucking distant Chicago and everything else, and all this other stuff. She goes, you ain't got nobody, you have nobody, stop saying that you do, blah 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 blah, ain't no one coming out here for you. And CM Punk goes, like, he walks around to the ring, and he's like, he goes like that, he's standing right there in front of, like, where, like, the ramp is and everything else. She's like, you know what, Becky Lynch, says, you know this, everyone else in this audience knows this, I would never put my hands on a lady, but I have someone here that will. And then you hear a little silence, and then you hear it, oh my god, AJ Lee's music, and the fucking crowd went bananas. Like, they fucking, like, shit, man. Like, I could not imagine being in that arena that night. Oh my god, it was so fucking loud. It was so fucking, like, you can just hear it. It was just, and my god, AJ Lee looked so good. She did not fucking, she looked exactly the same. She looked a little bit different because she has a little bit more, like more of a six-pack in her stomach and everything else, and she looks ripped, but other than that, like, the mannerisms, she fucking skipped down to the ring like she normally does. She skipped around the ring and everything. Like, Becky Lynch looked like she just saw a ghost. And I'll be honest with you guys, let me just be 100% honest with you. When I saw her come out, I cried tears of happiness. It was like the first time in a long time this year that I was like just tearfully just happy to see her. Like you would have no idea. Like, I don't even like AJ Lee for her wrestling. Like, she's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. She's a fucking fantastic wrestler. I wouldn't say she's like the best wrestler in the world, but she's definitely a great wrestler. Especially during that time of the Divas era, she was like a breath of fresh air when it came to her and her wrestling. The reason why I like her so much is because, man, she always cut great fucking promos. If there was ever a female fucking version of CM Punk cutting promos, it is AJ Lee. It is his wife. For sure it's his fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Because she fucking just cut. Oh my god. She's amazing. She's amazing. I was so fucking happy. I was just like, for the few moments that she was out there, I just forgot all my fucking problems. I forgot everything, and I was just like, just living in the moment. I was tears of happiness, tears of joy just to see her. Like I said, I've been wanting her back since 2018. She left in 2015, I believe, the company, and yeah, it's been 10 years, just like CM Punk left fucking 10 years and came back in 10 years. She came back in 10 years. I'm just, oh my god, did not miss a beat. Skipped around the ring. So anyways, she skipped around the ring and everything else, and oh my god, the look on CM Punk's face, like the joy and happiness to see his wife, because he did not take his eyes off of her. Like, oh my gosh, like he was just smiling from ear to ear. Like, you could tell that he's so happy that she is finally there with him in the same company. He was just overjoyed, and I'm happy for the both of them. Like, I really am. Like, this is going to be fantastic. Great. But he was so happy. She's skipping around the ring. She gives him like a little look and everything as she gets around the ring and everything else. And she puts her hands on, she gets to the apron. She puts her hands on her like cheek, on her cheek and stuff like that. And she's posing, like looking at Becky, and Becky's like shaking that. At this time, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, Becky, you could have already have left the ring, right? You know, but okay, stay in the ring. Whatever, Becky. And of course she goes into the ring and she does where she sits down like on the second rope. You know, remember she does like the cross legs and she sits on the rope like she used to do. I'm like, oh my god, did not miss a beat. Still fucking all the same mannerisms and everything else. I'm just like, I'm loving this right now. I am fucking geeking out. Like I'm like geeking out. I'm like crying. I'm geeking out. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I cannot believe she's actually freaking here. And then, you know, she goes in there and Becky tries to attack her, but AJ Lee just beats the crap out of her, ground pound her, like boom, 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 boom. Becky Lynch tries to leave. She goes and grabs her by the hair. It's like, oh no, don't go nowhere. They punch her some more. She fucking starts licking her hand and just basically just slaps Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch rolls out to the outside of the ring, and by this time she's like crawling around the ring and everything else. And by this time Seth Rollins came down from the skybox, and now he like around the ring area where like the barricade is, and he jumps over and he goes and grabs his wife, right? And they go up the ramp, scurry up the ramp, and then CM Punk goes into the ring with his wife, and you know she jumps on him and everything, you know, like she does back in the day. And I'm just like, they do a little hug and kiss and embrace each other, and they're smiling and everything else. And the crowd was happy, I was happy. Oh my god, I think everybody was happy. But yeah, so it's good to see her and everything else. And this is all going to be probably a match at WrestlePalooza. You're probably like, what the fuck is WrestlePalooza? For those who don't know, it's a PLE that's coming out in September 20th on ESPN, because like I had said that WWE was going to move to ESPN. I thought it was next year, but no, they finished their contract with Peacock. So they're going to be moving over to ESPN from now on. So it's like $30 a month. So yeah, I got me a VPN for that. But anyways, so yeah. So I'm guessing they haven't made it official, but kind of looks like they're gonna have a match at WrestlePalooza. WrestlePalooza was actually a ECW pay-per-view. But the reason why they're having WrestlePalooza is because, well, WWE is petty, and they want to just pretty much stick it to Tony Khan, because Tony Khan is a big ECW Mark fan, whatever, and also Tony Khan's AEW's All Out is on the same night as WrestlePalooza. Now, Tony Khan was a little bit smart, because Tony Khan's All Out was going to be at 7 p.m. and WrestlePalooza was going to start at 8 p.m. But I think Tony Khan moved it to like 3 p.m. So that was a little bit smart, you know, because I'm just like, people would not be watching AEW. I mean, the AEW fans will be watching AEW for sure. But once they find out that AJ Lee first match is going to be at WrestlePalooza, yeah, people are going to be coming over to like to WrestlePalooza. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to watch that AJ Lee's first match. But I think they're going to have a mixed tag team, you know, Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ Lee, and that's going to be a great freaking match. John Cena and Brock Lesnar is going to be on that card. We also going to have a World Women's Champion match to see who's going to win between Io Sky and Stephanie McCure for the vacant title, because those you may not know, Naomi had to relinquish her title because she got pregnant. Congratulations to her. Oh my god, I'm actually pretty jelly on that. I really am. I'm so happy. She had this whole thing on what was Stephanie's Place. I think that's what it's called. Is it called Stephanie's Place? I can't remember what it's called. Or What's Your Story on Stephanie's podcast. That's it. What's Your Story? And they had this whole segment about her and how she had trouble getting pregnant and everything else. I'm really happy for both Naomi and Big Jim. So she had to relinquish the title. She cut a good promo too when she relinquished her title. If you haven't seen that, you go check that out as well. That was pretty good. But there, I could imagine, I could see maybe the Usos get back together and they're going against the Brawns. Like, that card's gonna be stacked as crazy. But yeah, it was just a PLE that WWE decided to do. Hey, let's just have it on the day of AEW. You know, no coincidence or anything like that. You know, no reason. It was just a coincidence. September 20th was a good time. But sure. WWE, whatever, but doesn't matter. I'm glad that AJ Lee's back and he has signed a contract, which is not just a one night stand with us for AJ Lee. You know, we're not just getting her for one wrestling night. I would love to see her. My dream match was always Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I think Roxanne Perez wanted to fight AJ Lee, so I can see down the road maybe that match happening. Say fucking when Liv comes back, AJ versus Liv. Sky is the limit here. You know what I'm saying? Becky Lynch and AJ Lee for the fucking title. Why not? I could see it. It's gonna be fantastic. But I'm looking forward to that first AJ Lee promo. Like, I cannot wait to see her get on that stick and just tear Becky a new one. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I had to come and make a video. I was just like, as much as I have been clamoring for, like, you might have heard me in the, like, every time I talk about Royal Rumble, I always bring up AJ Lee's name all the time. I'm sure fucking Tim got tired of it. Well, no, not really, because she won her back too. I'm pretty sure he's happy as well. But I'm glad. I don't know if I'm going to cover WrestlePalooza. I may just cover the match, her first match and everything else like that. I don't know. I still really don't feel like making videos, but I had to make this one because my girl is back and I had to show love. It would not be right. It would not be right for me not to, as much as I've been wanting her to come back. But oh my gosh, she looks so good. Like, I'm just so happy. I'm just happy at this moment right now. But she got me out of my funk for a little bit. So thank you, AJ Lee. Welcome back. Oh my god, I love you. Welcome back, girl. Like, I can't wait for you to just do all your shit again. Like, I'm just, I can't wait to see that Black Widow in the ring. I was hoping that she hit it on Becky Lynch tonight, but she didn't. Or not tonight, but last night. But she did it. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.